What's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Memphis Dynasty here on NCAA 12, one of the underrated NCAA games that we have going on. Now, we have our final game of the regular season, and on paper, it doesn't seem like a big-time matchup for us, right? We're taking on SMU squad. They're 4-7, although on paper, they are a little bit better than us, B-, C+ on their side, whereas for us, we're a C overall team, but her streak going to be rocking with us, and you love to see that. No, this game has some more implications for a different reason. We're going to go ahead and check out the conference standings, how it's shaking up right now. This is what we got going on in our conference. Right now, we're sitting at 6-1, and that is good for a tie for first place in the Big East. Now, for us to do what we need to do, if we win this game, we'll at least clinch a share of the Big East title. If we win and then UCF, they're supposed to play their final conference game of the season, and they're supposed to be playing on the road against Houston. The Houston Cougars, a solid little football team there as well. They're middle of the road in our conference. If UCF loses to them, then we hold the entirety of the Big East title in our hands, and that would be the first conference championship that we would have in our school's history, because we do not have any conference championship trophies in our trophy case right now, and I'm trying to change that here. So that being said, I don't know about you guys, I am ready to hop into this game. I hope you guys are too. If you are, make sure you go ahead and smack that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button as well if you have to be brand new. Let's go ahead and hop right into this game. I'll see you guys there. Alright boys, so SMU is going to start with the football. It is time for us to earn that number 24 ranking, as SMU, they're going to get some big pass plays downfield early, bringing some tackles too. Can Josh Meadows bring him down? No. But Eddie Davis, our safety, comes in and finally makes a play on the ball. Again, not how we wanted to start this game out. Big gain, and SMU, they really love to pass that football. I remember the last time I think that we played these guys, they ended up with somewhere in the neighborhood of 70 pass attempts in the game. So we're going to have to be ready for that in our secondary if we want to come out here and win this ball game. As we got a 1st and 10 coming out, trying to set up the halfback screen. It looks like this running back, he's got some blocks. He might get his way into the end zone, but he will be dropped just short. Will be brought down and inside the 5-yard line though, as it will create this goal line situation. 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Can we hold them to just 3 points? They choose to pass the football again, and they miss. The timing was off, and that means that they will have to settle for a field goal. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They will take the field goal attempt. Kick is up, and the short field goal attempt is good. So our defense does bend a little bit, but they will not be breaking, at least not yet. So now our offense comes out onto the field for the very first time with 7:10 left to play here in this first quarter, as Riley Bell lines up in the shotgun formation. It looks like SMU trying to send the blitz, but we find Chris Washington open on the flat. That does create the first down. So we got 1 first down for us on this drive so far. Can we get a second one as we try to go back in the direction of Chris Washington? But that pass was off target, unfortunately. So now it's 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 that we got to work through. And we'll try to go with a clear set. Bell dropping back. He's going to try to throw, but he's going to be sacked before he can get that pass off. And that means we did have to go ahead and punt this football away. Now SMU could possibly make this a 2-score game, except AJ Kaysen has something to say about it. He's going to try to take it back to the crib. He will be brought down, but how about that return? After the interception, though, A.J. Kaysen will get it inside the 25-yard line. And now we have a chance to even the score at the very least. 3rd and 5 coming up as we try to take advantage of the turnover. We'll dump it off to Jamarcus Mitchell, who's by himself. And Jamarcus Mitchell will pick up that first down on his own. I guess it's a little bit closer to the goal line. As we'll call Toof Tuvington's name now. Toof Tuvington's got a nice little gap to run through. But he will pick up a gain of 6 off of that. Defensive lineman responded pretty well. So 3rd and long, we got to be really careful about how we play this particular drive here. As we're going to tighten up that slant for Louis Duncan a little bit. Try to drop back the pass. Looking to him. Middle and oh, we had a touchdown. Hey, yo, we had that touchdown right there. We straight up missed him, though, man. That is tough. So Tommy White now has to come out for a field goal. So we will come out. We'll get a field goal of our own, but it does feel like we left some points on the board, man. We really left some points on the board. But at the very least, we will tie this ball game up right now. So we do force a free and out on SMU's next possession. As we'll come out here with 3 minutes left in the first quarter of action. Tuvington will be the read guy. We get it off to him. Tuvington's out on the perimeter. Cuts it back inside. And he will pick up a first down at about the 45-yard line. It's a good run there by Tuvington. And we now have a fresh set of downs to work with. Let's see if we can head back to the well. That is Tuvington's got some decent blocks to work through. He'll pick up a gain of 7. Now we'll set up a 3rd and 4. Coming up, Riley Bell does go into the shotgun formation. We have a 5-wide set. Should be some guys getting open. Sure enough, we got our man. And it's Jamarcus Mitchell again, who picks up the first down right by the sticks. Just knew where that first down marker was and ran that route accordingly. Very smart route by the senior. So a fresh set of downs to work with as we have another 1st and 10 coming up as we send Bryden out into motion. Bell's going to drop back. We got a man open, and oh, we got deflected at the line of scrimmage. That was a big gain waiting to happen, but unfortunately dropped at the line of scrimmage. And now it's 2nd and 10. Bell looks over the middle of the field. He's got the tight end, Steve Bell, who fights his way through 2 defenders. And that will be a touchdown for your Memphis Tigers. So we're now up 10-3 after that electric touchdown pass over the middle of the field. And now SMU looks to respond in a 5-wide set early. Dumps it off to the tight end and almost picks up the first down himself. Interesting thing about SMU is even though their offense is designed to go really fast, they do decide to huddle up after almost every play. So that's something that's been really interesting to see. As that catch did go to Dan Anderson, who's having a great season for the Mustangs. 70 catches for over 1,000 yards. Only found the end zone 6 times, so we'll see if they go back to Dan Anderson. This quarterback's got a lot of time to throw the ball. Dumps it off to the tight end. Eventually, we do come up and make the tackle, but it is only for a 6-yard gain. As Torian Robinson having a good performance here thus far. Over 100 yards passing already. Like I said, they like to throw that football, and they like to throw it a lot. Could give us some problems. As we got a 3rd and 4 coming up. Torian Robinson in the shotgun. We're going to try to send the blitz. Get him uncomfortable. But he's got a little bit of time. Finds the running back out in the backfield. Thought he was going to stay in for pass protection. Did not happen that way. And SMU, they will easily pick up that first down. As we're lining down that first quarter of action, we send another blitz to try to get him to the quarterback finally. But the blitz just isn't necessarily working for us right now. Not getting that pressure that we want. And that will put an end to the first quarter of action. It's been a pretty exciting game so far. We are up 10-3 after 1 quarter of action. However, the SMU Mustangs, they got a drive of their own, and they'll be seeking the tie when we get out of this quarter. So welcome back to the second quarter of action as we find ourselves up 10-3. As Torian Robinson will start the quarter out, throw it to the left-hand side, and we almost had an interception right in the hands, but just drops it. And instead, it's going to be a 3rd and inches. But SMU has a second chance. Robinson throws over the middle of the field. Finds his receiver as he looks for that soft spot in the zone. but it looks like he'll be paying a price. He got hit extremely hard. Might have had the wind knocked out of him. As now, 1st and 10 coming up. Torian in the shotgun. Throws again over the middle. This time, finding a different receiver, but we bail him out. We bail him out with a penalty, and that penalty is going to be a face mask. Call on Seth Randolph, one of the first customs that we added into this series. As now, 2nd and 9, throwing over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Andy Davis had his hands on the ball. And now it's 3rd and long. Defense packed in pretty tight, trying to keep him out of the end zone. Robinson drops back. He gets hit as he throws this ball, but it's caught! What an incredible throwing catch! That had to be perfect. And Torian Robinson put it right on the money. And we now got ourselves a tie ball game, 10 apiece. So now we try to respond after that touchdown drive by the SMU Mustangs. As we get a 7-yard gain to get things going. Ran by Tufington, our new starting running back after the Justin Brown injury. As we got a 2nd and 3 again. Looking over the middle. We go back to Tufington. He'll pick up the sticks, but he gets hurt as he made that cut. So that means we will likely see a little bit more of Allie Atkinson. The question is how long, though. Atkinson's going to take the carry. He runs it up the middle. He's got a lot of burst on him. He's one of the faster running backs that we have on the team, but it's just not very good in pass protection. That's why he's not the starter. But we will get Chris Washington going as we run a jet sweep up the right-hand side. Just need one more block. We don't get the block. Oh, if we had that block, we were taking that for a huge gain, but still a nice first down, though. It's time to get him going on some play action as Bell fakes the handoff to Atkinson. He's got some time, throws over the middle, but the linebacker gets back in time and deflects that pass away. As now leads to a 2nd and 10 as we try to get Atkinson involved in the passing game now. Gets out to the perimeter. Atkinson looking to try to make something shake. Able to make a couple of guys miss. Down the sideline in the 15. Gets brought down at about the 12-yard line. Big play for Allie Atkinson. And he will take a breather. Justin Burden coming into the game now. He came into the season as our 4th-string running back. That's really what we're looking at. So that's what we got going on. Got to put a little bit more on the shoulders of Riley Bell as he throws over the middle. Hits the hands of I.T. Thomas, but was just not ready for that football, unfortunately. Now, there's one thing different from 14 and 12. In 14, that receiver, even though it may have not been thrown to him necessarily, probably will still at least tried to make that catch. As we throw over the middle to Chris Washington, who does pick up the first down, but we're not in the end zone yet. Trying to solve that right now. 2nd and goal. Bell looking to try to run it into the end zone. Sure enough, he does. Touchdown, Tigers. And we will take the lead right back as Riley Bell just relying on his legs. And we now have ourselves a 17-10 lead. As Torian Robinson will look to try to respond, and he'll go to one of his favorite targets in Dan Anderson. Begin a lot of attention today, almost at 100 yards already, and we still have a whole half of football left to be played. And speaking of Dan Anderson, he will actually get to that 100-yard threshold already. 7 catches, too, having a great fantasy day for those degenerates that play college fantasy football. I'm sure it's a thing out there, but we will tighten up on defense a little bit, get them to a 3rd and 14. And for this 3rd and 14, we're just going to go ahead. We're just going to send free rushers, allow the pass coverage to do its job, but we get beat right away. It's Dan Anderson again that torches us on the back end. That creates another first down for the SMU Mustangs. As Torian Robinson having a day himself, already over 200 yards passing, and we're still not through that first half, at least not yet. But we are coming down to the last 130, trying to keep him out of the end zone. Robinson got a lot of time to work with. Surprised he doesn't scramble. Does try to move up, and how is that catch made? Oh, we had a ton of guys there in the area. No idea how that catch was made. And now, 2nd and 6, looking over to the left-hand side, and that will be incomplete, though. So that does make it 3rd and 6. Basically a goal line situation. You cannot see that first down marker. Robinson drops back, looks, got plenty of time, steps up, he's looking around, trying to find somebody, but that clock runs out finally. The true freshman Matt Scales will get in there, and that will force a field goal attempt. Looks like about less than 30 yards and will strike it right through. So SMU will cut into the deficit, but it's not tied. 17-13 will be your score. We got 45 seconds left to work with, so how we play the rest of this first half, it's going to be how Toof Tufington's runs goes, and Toof Tufington, sure enough, is going to pick up that first down, and listen, we got a setup play on top of all that. We're just going to go ahead, we're going to go no huddle, see if we can get a big play downfield. Bell in the play action, looks, has to get rid of the ball. We are looking for that wheel route with the running back. Just did not have enough time for that to develop, unfortunately. He was open, though. So now, 2nd and 10 coming up as Bell looks around. Tries to get to the left-hand side, and that's deflected away at the very last second. And that now makes it 3rd and 10. Decision time for the Memphis Tigers. And we're going to be aggressive here. We're going to call pass play. 3 wide to the left. We got Bell to the right. Bell drops back. He's got pressure in his face. Looks to the left-hand side and finds Chris Washington. Although he does not get out of bounds, we do at least get the first down, though, as we try to run our guys back to the line. 24 seconds left to play in the first half. We snap the ball as soon as the ref is ready. He is. Riley drops back, finds Chris Washington again, is for another first down. Now starting to close in on field goal range. A great drive that we have in this 2-minute drill. Less than 20 seconds now. Bell dropping back again. Has to throw it quickly. Trying to get it out to Chris Washington, but he drops that pass. However, it does stop the clock. And now, 2nd and 10 coming up. Bell looks to the right-hand side, and that's nearly intercepted. Trying to target the tight end, Steve Bell. And that incompletion makes it 3rd and long. Going with the slot flags concept. See if somebody can get open downfield. Bell drops back again. Got plenty of time. Looks over the middle. Finds DeMarcus Mitchell. Tries to run downfield. He gets cut down inside the 10-yard line. We will use a timeout right away. And it'll set up a field goal attempt here with 3 seconds left. And that kick is good. And that will indeed take us into the halftime locker room with the lead. So now we jump into that second half of action. And since SMU started with the football, we actually start with the ball to begin this second half of action. As Riley Bell drops back. Wants to float one over the middle. But man, that was a dangerous ball to throw up. Very fortunate that we still have possession at the moment. But now it's 3rd and 12. Tough 3rd down for us to convert. Bell drops back, looks right, allows things to develop, and finds Toof Tufington eventually. Able to pick up that first down, and a decent day for Riley Bell. 14 for 26, 189 yards. Doing a fine job being a game manager as we run another option play. Bell all by himself, trying to get more yards. Thought about pitching, but just keeps it in his hands to be safe. Decent little gain, though. Gain of 5 there. Felt like we could have gotten more, given that we did have a scrambling quarterback. But still a reasonable 3rd down, though. Only need 4 yards to keep the drive going. Trying to get it out to our fullback for Werda. And probably should have gone to somebody else, because even if that ball was caught, that might have not been the best decision. So then SMU, they get themselves the football too. 20-13 being your score. As Robinson drops back, looks around, tries to throw over the middle of the field, and it's intercepted! Intercepted by Eddie Davis. He gets stopped up, tries to cut it back, but a receiver comes in from behind and makes a tackle. Let's go, baby. Our defense playing extremely well. It's time for our offense to drop the hammer. 3rd and 4. Bell looks right, gets it out to Louis Duckett. Oh, he had green space, but gets caught from behind, though. So we'll try to move the ball forward even more so as we try to set up the halfback screen. This time, SMU was ready for it. And we had to eat the sack there. So 2nd and 19 now coming up. Mitchell trying to get the ball to him. Got his bell rung, though. That could have been a hospital pass. So now looking at a 3rd and 19. Bell in the shotgun formation. Just looking for somebody to get open. He scrambles to the right. Looks right. Finds Chris Washington. Makes it a more reasonable 4th down. But refs are going to review this. They actually overturned that call as Chris Washington did have a foot out of bounds when he caught that pass. But we're not sweating, though, because Tommy White, he's him as a true freshman, by the way. He's got a great boot. So 23-13. Now going to be your score. As now, Tuvington's going to go ahead, run the ball up the middle, as that will be a 1st down for the Memphis Tigers. Tuvington will get a big gain there. Trying to get to him more often. So we'll see if this works on a 3rd and 11. They have a light box at the line of scrimmage, but Tuvington cannot get going fast enough. It will be 4th down. But we kind of find ourselves in no man's land. So we're actually going to go for this 4th down. Need 6 yards. Going with the slants pattern. Somebody get open for me. Bell looking. Tries to throw over the middle. We had a guy waiting for the ball, but that was just a nice job playing Red Rover. And we simmed the special teams. We did force a 3 and out. But the SMU actually fakes a pass like in the punt formation, and they got a touchdown out of that. Incredible. That happened to us in the simulation, right? But we do have the ball back eventually, but we are in our own territory. They pinned us pretty deep here. So trying to make the most of what we got going on. And that 1st down will really help with that. At least give us a little bit of breathing room. Would love to get another 1st down, though. This is turning into a very tight game. As now, 3rd and 7. Bell drops back. Looking for somebody to get open. Trying to throw downfield. Looking for the big one. And it's going to be incomplete. Safeties recovered in time. And now SMU with the chance to take the lead. We'll see what they can do here on this 1st and 10. As he drops back. Looks over the middle of the field. Finds his receiver. And that will be a gain of 9 yards there. Probably will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. And it was. Guys, we are 1 quarter away from taking the Big East title trophy. Winning this game's mean we will automatically clinch it. Let's see if we can clinch up and win a title. So here we go. 4th quarter now. A chance to win the Big East. We'll get over to the right-hand side, and that's going to be completed. That will be good for a 1st down. SMU, their record's 4 and 7, so they're trying to play spoiler. And it looks like they're playing with some pride right now. This is their senior day. Robinson looking to the left-hand side, but it's going to be broken up. Great play on the ball without drawing the penalty. And it's now 2nd and 10. Robinson in the shotgun. Looking to the left-hand side, and it's going to be completed. And that will be good for a gain of 5 yards on that one. So now it's 3rd down. 3rd and 5. Robinson's in the shotgun. Expect another passing play. Robinson drops back. Blitz is picked up really well, but we get the deflection, though, at the line of scrimmage. And SMU will decide to punt this ball away. So a chance to possibly ice this game right now. And start with this run up the gut with Tuvington. And Tuvington following the blocks pretty well. Yet they don't give us the 1st down. I thought we picked it up. But the refs disagreed, though. I feel like if it was the CPU, they would have given that 1st down. But you know how EA likes to do. They want to try to cheat us out of greatness sometimes. But that being said, Riley Bell will pick up the 1st down. So it doesn't matter ultimately. It allows us to run a little bit more time off the clock. As we'll run again with Tuvington. He gets another carry. Gets some blocks. And that's going to be good for about a gain of 9 yards there. That will make it 2nd and short. As Bell gets the ball on the perimeter. Play action. Got a man downfield. And it's going to be the tight end, Steve Bell. And he gets his face mask pulled. I think that's what the refs are going to call. And they do. That's an automatic 15-yard penalty. and that gets us into field goal range. But I want a touchdown. I want to put this game into no doubt territory. Tuvington runs the ball up the middle, fights for more yards, and gets about a gain of 8 there, but gets hurt yet again, straining his shoulder on the last carry. So now Ali Atkinson comes in for this key 3rd down conversion, but Steve Bell is going to do all the work as Raleigh Bell gets the 1st down for the Memphis Tigers. And that allows us to get more time on that clock. Ticking, guys. So let's get a couple more 1st downs, get into that end zone so that we can feel comfortable without this game. But had a lot of time to throw this football, trying to get that slant pattern, but time was just off there and it showed on that particular pattern. So now 3rd and 10. Gonna try to pick up this 1st down as Ali Atkinson's gonna go for the halfback screen. Might be the perfect call. They choose the blitz. We got numbers on the perimeter. Atkinson gonna find the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. Except there's a flag. Oh, don't let this be what I think it is. Oh, it's a holding. It's a holding on Andy Whaley. Bro, we could have iced this game. Instead, it's gonna be 3rd and 20. Huge 3rd down. We tried to do something with it, and honestly, I don't know what we were doing with that pass. That was not a good pass at all, to be honest. So now we got to kick this field goal, and hopefully that penalty does not haunt us, because instead of putting this game, making this a 2-possession game, now we're only up by 6. A touchdown right now can really beat us. So 26-20 does end up being your score. We'll need our defense to come through here. 4:48 left to play in this game. Still plenty of football left. Robinson's going to drop back to pass. He's got some time. He's going to wind up downfield. Looking for a one-on-one, but it's going to be dropped by Daniel. Had the ball in his hands, but drops it. Does lead to a 2nd and 10. As now, Robinson drops back, looks over to the right-hand side. He's got a receiver, a bunch of space there on the perimeter. Nugent has to make the tackle, but it's a big gain as TJ Murphy quietly having a nice performance himself. 7 catches and 70 yards. As now, looking to the right-hand side, finds his main target of the day, Dan Anderson. Also getting out of bounds too. He's been a nightmare. Almost has double-digit catches on the day. As now 3rd and 2. They actually run the ball. They're running the football, but we get them. This is why they don't run the ball very often. They're not very good at doing that. They are not suited to run the ball. I'll be shocked if they do it again here on 4th down. They actually are, but they'll pick up the 1st down. SMU's offensive line creates just enough space to keep this drive going. And here comes the Mustangs. 3:20 left to play. Robinson fires left, got a guy, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. Now in the red zone, and for us, we're flirting with this disaster right now as another throw to the left-hand side is caught by Troy Murphy. Now a goal line situation. A chance to take the lead. 2nd and goal. It's a run to the left. It's a speed option. Running back gets the pitch and he breaks the tackle. Seth Randolph cannot stop him. And that will be a touchdown for the Mustangs. A touchdown that will give them a 1-point lead after the extra point. But all we need to do is get into field goal range. We got plenty of time, so we're not freaking out. Bell dropping back. He's actually just going to run upfield himself. Tons of space. He will slide down, but he will pick up a gain of 9. Just got to get to about that 30-yard line. I think that's the magic marker. And we're about 50 yards away, give or take. You know, if I did my math right. Might be a little bit less than that. Actually, it's probably more like 20 to 25 yards. So I don't know what kind of math I'm doing. Maybe we're just stupid, but 1:49 left to play, though. Bell's going to drop back. And the worst thing that you can do is take a sack. I tried to throw the ball away, but the throwaway button in college football revamp and in NCAA 12 is different. And, yeah, it definitely showed there. So, trying to pick up this 1st down. It's 3rd and 21. 3rd and 21. 1:22 left to play. We've been pretty good about our third downs, but we're going to trust it with Ali Atkinson, trying to make this more reasonable, as Atkinson will run up the field. He does make a couple of nice cuts, but only gets to about 1:17. We're at the 41-yard line. We got a 4th and 13. We got to convert this straight up and down. Can somebody play hero for us? Dropping back. Bell looking over the middle, but it's going to be deflected away. SMU is going to take over. So if they pick up a first down, it might be danger zone time. And sure enough, they'll pick up the first down. And I think our safeties also realize that too, because we're just going to go ahead, allow them to get into the end zone. That will be a touchdown for the Mustangs. But the reason why I did that was because I wanted to give our guys a chance to actually win this game. Didn't want to get to a point where we're using all of our timeouts, right? So we still got a shot. 54 seconds, 2 timeouts. Just got to play smart here as Bell's going to step up. He's going to try to scramble. He will slide down. But a solid game there to get things going. But we're facing a 3rd and Longville already. 3rd and 12, 39 seconds left. We're going to hand the ball off to Ali Atkinson. Atkinson looking for the first down. He's not going to get it. We have to use our other timeout. So already out of timeouts. We only have 34 seconds left too. If we don't get this first down, it's over. Bell in the shotgun formation. Drops back, looking. He's going to run for the first down. He's got it. He does slide down, but we got to go hurry up, and we got to go now. 28 seconds left to play. We're going to get the guys ready to go, looking for that big play downfield. Bell dropping back, but almost takes the sack. If he didn't get rid of that football, it would have been over. It would have been over. But instead, it's 2nd and 10. And Bell will drop back again. Trying to throw over the middle. Probably could have scrambled because we had an open space. But how much does that honestly help us? Especially if we don't have any time, right? So, 3rd and 10. We'll see if we can pick up this first down here. We drop back. Looking. Throw over the left-hand side. We got Jamarcus Mitchell. Now at the 30-yard line. We are in business now. Gonna go 4 verticals. Have to push for either first downs or out of bounds. Bell dropping back. Looking over the right-hand side, but it's nearly intercepted. Trying to get the ball off to IT Thomas. Now it's 2nd and 10. We're going to try another 4 verts till it hurts package as Bell looks over the middle. Tries to throw it, but we put too much air on it. Still, Willie Duckett almost came down with it. But that was way too much touch there for Riley Bell. And now just 7 seconds left. We got 2 plays to go 30 yards essentially. 3rd and 10. Bell drops back. He's looking over the middle of the field. Looking for Ali Atkinson, but that's incomplete too. And it comes down to the final play of the game. 30 yards. We got to pick up. Bell looking around. We got 4 wide just going right towards the end zone. Looking. Tries to throw to right inside, but it's incomplete. And not only do we turn the ball over on downs, but that's how this game is going to end. Oh, that holding penalty that we had, that was the difference. And we dropped this game against SMU, unfortunately. So it was a brutal way for us to lose this game, as we had the lead in the 4th quarter. Unfortunately, it was just not meant to be. Riley Bell had to throw a ball a lot today as we were down in those last couple of minutes. He ends up going 22 for 50, 262 yards, 1 touchdown. Did not turn the ball over though. However, that means that we did not run the ball as often as I wanted to, but Tufington ended up with a 100-yard day on the ground. Riley Bell also ended up with 15 carries, 23 yards, and a touchdown as well. For the receivers had to try to get open as often as possible, and that just didn't necessarily happen today, although there was some bright spots on our team. Jamarcus Mitchell was our leading receiver today with 5 catches and 86 yards, while Tufington also managed to get 5 catches and 29 yards as well. However, the only person to get a touchdown grab for us today is Steve Bell, who had 2 catches, 44 yards, but he did find the end zone though. Defensively, we kind of fell apart there in the fourth quarter, but that doesn't change the fact that, at least for most of this game, they played pretty well. They just didn't have that clutch gene in them. Kevin Fuller led the team in tackles today. He was actually all over the field in this one. He had 8 tackles and a TFL. Also got a sack too. Willie Mason, AJ Kaysen, and LaRue Nugent also had 4 tackles apiece. Now, as for getting to the quarterback, we did get to the quarterback quite a few times in this one. Pat Taylor did have a couple of sacks, as did Matt Scale, our true freshman. Kevin Fuller was also able to get in there and get a sack too. Plus, we did force multiple turnovers. Eric Davis was able to get an interception for us. And then AJ Kaysen, our senior linebacker, was also able to intercept this football. We won the turnover battle, but unfortunately, that was just not enough. And now we need to hope that UCF loses their game if we just want a share of that Big East Conference title. But even though we are no longer ranked in the top 25, it's not all bad for our football program though. For example, we did sign another player to join our program, 3-star wide receiver Martin Scales, and that's actually going to give us a pretty sizable recruiting class. We got 12 players signed on the dotted line, and that means that we have a pretty decent class together right now. We are now the 34th best recruiting class in college football. This is the level that I want to recruit at, and we're actually doing a pretty good job right now, but I do want to make sure that we finish this recruiting class strong, obviously. But it's not all bad either, as sometimes miracles do happen. The Houston Cougars, they're able to beat UCF 30-25, and the Golden Knights, they go to 8-4, while Houston gets to 7-5. And not only does that mean that we get ourselves a chance to get a share of the conference title, but based on some tiebreakers, we end up on top of the Big East Conference, so we do secure our very first conference championship, even though we lost our last game of the season to the SMU Mustangs, who were basically just playing for pride. So with that being said, feels great that we finally got a conference championship under our belt. We got over the hump, and now let's see what we got going on in terms of bowl matchups. And it seems like the NCAA gods are actually going to smile upon us as we find out where we're going to go. We are going to the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, which is actually in our home stadium. So it's going to be a glorified home game. We'll be taking on Florida Atlantic in that bowl game. And this is a team that we actually went up against last season, and we actually beat them for our first bowl win back in season number 3. But next episode, we will take the field one last time here in season number 4 in what's going to be basically a home game for us in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. We will be taking on the Florida Atlantic Owls, and when we pick things up in the next episode, we're going to take it right into the field. So hopefully you guys are excited about that next episode. I certainly am. And if you are, make sure you go ahead and smack that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you have to be brand new and you like sports gaming like I do. This is certainly the channel for you. But with that being said, this is John Shake Gaming on the mic signing off. Hoping you guys are all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.